there was no consensus arrived on a matter on which differences exist.
The GST Council meeting on Monday to discuss compensation to states remained inconclusive. This is the first time since the GST introduction in 2017 that a meeting was called off without a closure on an issue. The unresolved or tricky issues are generally referred to a high-level ministerial panel called the Group of Ministers, or are taken to a vote like we saw in the case of lottery in December last year. In fact, the calls for voting on the matter and setting up of a dispute settlement body as provided in the Constitution were also turned down by the centre, leaving states with no further scope of negotiation on the issue. Moreover, the date for the next meeting was also not announced, leaving states in a complete haze. But after the meeting, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman during the press briefing indicated that centre will facilitate borrowing for states that approach them. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has claimed that 21 states have picked the first option, which is borrowing up to Rs 1.1 trillion through a special window facilitated by the RBI. This only takes into account estimates arising on account of shortfall due to GST implementation alone and not the revenue loss estimated due to the pandemic. However, Puducherry and Andhra Pradesh have denied picking up the first option, leaving only about 19 states, one less than the majority needed in the voting to pass any resolution. The Monday meeting, which was a continuation of the previous meeting that took place on October 5, was a high-stake one as states are fiscally stressed and are in immediate need of funds due to the high spending pressure in the second half of FY21. While technically there was an option of voting in the council over the issue, like we saw in the case of lottery rates in December last year, but that was clearly turned out by the centre this time on grounds that borrowing does not come under the jurisdiction of the GST Council. Centre is of view it is the individual decision of a state and the centre which squarely falls under the Article 293 of the Constitution. States have countered that, saying that it is the centre, in fact, that brought the issue of borrowing to the council in the first place. The second option before the dissenting states is setting up of a dispute settlement mechanism, but centre is learned to have even resisted that. The finance minister, in fact, has even denied in yesterday's press briefing that there is a dispute on the subject at all. This leaves state with only one option of either moving the Supreme Court or accepting the centre's proposal. While centre can certainly borrow and compensate states, Finance Minister has explained to the states its inability to do so because borrowing at this point, when it has already released the borrowing calendar, could jack up the yields of government bonds, which are the benchmarks for the borrowing by the states and the private sector. This, she claims, will affect everyone's borrowing at a time when India is looking at investment to revive growth. States, on the other hand, have rejected the claims, saying that borrowing by states will be administratively more difficult to implement and much more expensive. Besides, the ratings agencies and others who monitor the macroeconomic indicators look at the overall government deficit and borrowing and not the centre alone. The centre and state relations have touched a new low. GST implementation was seen as the first big step towards cooperative federalism, with all decisions being taken by way of consensus. Former Finance Minister late Mr. Arun Jaitley had called GST the basis for implementing cooperative federalism in other areas like farm and healthcare. 3 years down the line, states are feeling cheated, blaming centre for destroying the fabric of GST Council. Even experts are of view that the law clearly states that the centre bears the onus of fully compensating states for the GST shortfall for the 5-year period.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.